What is up, everyone, and welcome back to more Death Note. I am here with my reaction to episode 20. The last two episodes, we've kind of moved into like the second half of Death Note now, and I didn't watch anything yesterday, so my brain's a little bit fuzzy today because I took in far too much information off of the last couple of episodes, and you guys know what I'm like. I'm not a sponge. I'm the opposite of a sponge. What would be the opposite of a sponge? I'm not absorbing absolutely everything at the moment. We did have a really epic episode with like the switch in the last one, and I think maybe Elle could have possibly got some of the identities of who potentially could be the next Kira. There's so many parts of Death Note that I've had to go back and start kind of looking through the previous episodes again, just because like I don't want to miss anything, and I don't want to say something that has been confirmed in a previous episode and I just forgot. There's just so much to take in. So at the moment, I still have no idea what has happened to Ryuk, and I really miss him, and I really hope that we see him again. Rem is the one who has given her death note to someone else, so I don't believe that has anything to do with Light, but it wouldn't surprise me if maybe in future she told the new Kira to kill Light just because of how Light treated Misa. I don't know, like that could be a possibility. Who knows? If you are watching this over on YouTube, please feel free to check out my website, suzylu.co.uk, for the VIP version of this video. And thank you so much! We hit 30,000 Instagram followers. That is like an amazing milestone. Thank you so much. I'm trying my hardest to have like good pictures for you guys. So there we go. All right, let's do this. What the? Where did the previous intro song go? That intro song is ridiculous. That's the kind of stuff I listened to when I was like 12.
In order to further the growth of the Yotsuba group and best serve its financial interests, who should we kill next?
Kira has demonstrated that we must be committed to these meetings. We now know what will happen if we try to leave.
But I don't understand, like, if one of them in that room is Kira, then surely you would just suspect the first person who mentioned any of this.
Coyle's warning us that we can't afford to take Elle's existence too lightly. In particular, it says, the concentration of killings that are beneficial to Yotsuba will likely be noticed by Elle if they continue on Fridays and Saturdays.
Can you imagine how Elle feels watching all of this being like, they're talking about me? It's like watching a video about yourself. You just don't do it.
The fact that Coyle noticed what we've been up to makes it too dangerous to continue killing at our usual pace. From now on, we have to be even more careful and make sure that nobody else happens to notice a trend in these deaths.
What? Surely they know there's some sort of CCTV in there. Are they that dumb?
All right. Any objections to killing these people from ELF with accidental deaths?
No objections.
Is this for real?
Is this for real? Persona 5 much.
We were right.
No, unfortunately. We can only be completely sure after those people they've named are dead.
Oh, great. So it's like we're sacrificing them for information, I guess.
If we can confirm the connection between their plans and the deaths, then we'll definitely be able to catch Kira.
Are you gonna eat all of those? Oh. I wanted to see how he was gonna eat them all!
I know you're planning to catch Kira by letting these guys actually carry out these murders, but we can't let that happen.
With Matsuda's testimony and this footage we've recorded, we have all the evidence.
Exactly, we can actually save those people.
That will cause suspicion. It would mean the investigation caught up to them 3 days after they were contacted by Iber. Also, it would make it far more unlikely that we would be able to discover who the real Kira might be. We can't afford such a huge setback seeing how far we've come.
So we just let all these people die? That's it?
To catch Kira, we are going to need some solid proof.
And some solid sacrifices.
I'm going to pose as Elle. Judging from their conversation so far, the one least likely to be Kira, but with the most influence is Namikawa.
Please use this phone. It's set up so it can't be traced or tapped.
Light is really getting into this. I really want Light to realize, though, that he was the first Kira. I really need to see that scene.
Listen carefully, but don't draw attention to yourself. I am L.
Oh, I love this.
I need you to delay the deaths of ELF's president and Mr. Zensai by 1 month. I doubt it will be difficult for someone of your standing to accomplish that.
Yes, I see. Right, go on.
So, his plan is to try and break them down from within. And then that way, depending on how people behave, he'll know which one has the powers of Kira.
I see. Okay. My only option is to join L. No, I'll be dead if Kira manages to find out. What should I do?
So he's not Kira.
I'm planning to go one-on-one against Kira.
Listen, if I win against Kira, you will be acquitted of all charges. If Kira wins, then you'll be free to carry on with your comfortable life.
Just play along with both parties. Staying on the sidelines would be best. We're not in a position to lose anything regardless of who wins in the end.
Oh, this is so intelligent. I wonder what Elle actually thinks of this, though.
What's going on, Namikawa? Who was that?
One of my men screwed up again. I'll have to fix it on Monday. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. Let's get back on topic.
All right, 6 left to go through.
Our top priority should be the elimination of L.
I see. Once we kill L, there won't be anything standing in our way. But until then, we need to be careful.
Right. Sounds like a reasonable plan to me. We need to be extremely careful if we don't want to get caught. Then we're in agreement.
So nobody is suspicious of him right now from that phone call?
This should satisfy you for now.
We'll still be meeting on a weekly basis. That is all.
That went well.
That went far too well. I don't know how I feel.
Not only did you manage to delay the killings, but you also set up Namikawa as a potential mole for us. Sounded exactly like the sort of thing I would do, and you thought of it quicker than I did. At this rate, if I end up dying somehow, it's quite possible that you would be capable of succeeding me. You actually might be more capable than I am.
No! We can't be on his side, because he was the first Kira.
Would you take over for me as L?
Oh, that just feels so wrong, though. Like, that's the thing. He was the one that had goodness knows how many chances to actually kill L. And then, like, 10 episodes later, he could potentially be the next L. It's crazy.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to tell everyone what you're really thinking right now. He thinks that if I am Kira, then there are 2 possibilities. Either I'm just pretending I'm not him and putting on an act, or Kira's power has passed on from me to someone else, and I have no memory that I was ever Kira in the first place. Ryuzaki still believes that I'm Kira. Even if that power had been passed to someone else, he thinks that I would have planned to have it returned to me once I'm safe from suspicion.
In other words, Light is far too intelligent, and I feel bad for L.
Impressive. He figured out exactly what I'd been thinking all this time.
Ryuzaki's theory is that once I steal L's title, I will become Kira again.
Correct.
Like, how are they supposed to work together efficiently? It's just crazy to me when he suspects him so bad.
I told you I don't want your title. That should prove even to you that I'm not putting on an act, shouldn't it? Do you think that I'm actually capable of becoming a murderer, Kira? Even after I help you catch him, do I seem like that kind of person to you?
Yes, you do.
Yes! Can you two stop this?
Okay, break it up! Once is enough! It was a draw, so let's just leave it as an even match, okay?
Yeah, you're right.
I feel bad for Light. He just got a foot to his face. Ugh.
As long as I have the handcuffs on, you shouldn't have any complaints.
I suppose so. We only have a month, so there's no time to get distracted. We have to be absolutely sure that Kira is among them, so there's no point in detaining them now. And even if it does turn out to be one of them, it will still be quite difficult to determine who the culprit is. I believe it's still far too early for us to make our move.
Because that's the thing. I believe that L thinks that Light is Kira and he's using the people in that room. And I do think he's bang on.
I think from now on I should go after Kira by myself. We'll only get into arguments if we don't split up and act separately at this point. This is for the best.
So, I mean, what about Light? Are you going to take the handcuffs off then if you don't want him with you?
But if we don't uncover the entire truth once and for all, Kira will only appear again and the number of victims will continue to increase.
You ain't gonna drink that!
I'm opposed to arresting those 7 men. If you want to do so, then you will have to take responsibility for it. I will pursue Kira on my own.
This is kind of sad though. Like, I like them all working together, but Elle knows best.
I can't remove these handcuffs. I'm afraid you're gonna have to come along with me.
I wonder how they go to the bathroom together. Just wondering.
Light! I didn't know we were supposed to have a date. Oh, right, I should have known.
Hi, honey, I'm home.
So if you were given the opportunity to work with Light on this investigation, would you take the offer?
What? Ryuzaki?
Yeah, of course I would.
She would do anything to spend more time with Light.
The Yotsuba group believes that Misa could be their lead to finding L. Then they'll say that they want to meet her to discuss their advertising campaign. They'll use that opportunity to question her. Thanks to Matsuda's screw-up, they may already be considering Misa as their new spokesperson, so this could work.
Yeah, right.
We can't do that.
Why not?
Well, it's dangerous, for one.
Don't worry, I won't mind doing something like this if it's for you, Light.
Listen, Misa. If they suspect that you might know who L really is, we don't know how far they'll be willing to go to get that information.
No problemo. I promise I won't say anything, even if they torture me.
I mean, the point is, Elle would obviously have security for her.
There's a good chance he might try to manipulate her into revealing what she knows and then kill her.
You forget that if we win against Kira, Misa won't die. Besides, as long as we're handcuffed together, you and I share the same fate. Either we lose and both die together, or we successfully catch Kira. Which is it?
We catch Kira!
You know that line where he says that Misa won't die? It's Rem's notebook, and Rem loves Misa.
As for Misa Amane, I've turned to her because I know her bravery and love for you is boundless.
Do you really mean it? Oh no, I think I've totally misunderstood you all this time. I even called you a pervert. But you actually do understand how I feel, don't you?
Yes. Misa is indisputably the most perfect and worthy woman for Light.
You are so manipulative.
I could actually fall for you.
What?
You could maybe be a friend of mine. Would that be okay?
Yes. So now I've gained yet another friend.
Yeah, of course. Any friend of Light's is a friend of mine as well.
Oh my god. This is just cringe.
Unfortunately, Light's taking a different investigative approach from us and will be working with his father and the others. I'm afraid it will just be you and I.
Huh? What's up with that?
Come on, Al, now you're just playing dirty. You're leaving me with no other choice but to join your...
No, that's quite all right.
This is actually amazing what Elle is doing right now. He's forcing Light to join him.
I would gladly die if it were for you, Light.
Figuring out the logistics of arresting 7 people is going to be challenging. I don't suppose you two have any ideas. Mogi? Matsuda?
Yeah, I think you're better off working with Light. I don't think you should be separate whatsoever. I can't get over that bloody intro song, though. I think I gave myself whiplash. I went a little bit over the top. That was heavy metal. I mean, I thought the first song was, like, heavy-ish, but... oh my god. That next one is insane. Okay, so... L, as per usual, is trying to manipulate every single person around him. He's so intelligent. And it's really interesting to me that even after everything that happened in the car in episode 17, he still genuinely believes that Light is Kira. It's really interesting. There's been a lot of evidence to suggest that he's not. And obviously we, the viewer, we know differently. But... does L only focus on Light because he fears that if he doesn't, he has no other leads? Like, or is what he's thinking actually correct? I want to know, like, we need a little bit more information in regards to the new Kira. where the heck Rem is. Like, obviously she's with the new Kita, but like, what is her goal here? Is there something else going on? And now you're going to try and bring Misa on board, because obviously he still believes, Al still believes that Misa was the second Kita. So if you bring her on board, I don't know, like, is he genuinely starting to believe that there could be some sort of like Shinigami? I know it's not mentioned that in a while, but Elle obviously thinks that by bringing Misa on board and trying to get her close to Kita, that it's gonna work. And it makes me wonder, it makes me wonder a lot of things actually, but I need a little bit more information like before I can fully talk about where my thought process is going with this just now. So yeah, there's a lot happening just now. It's starting to get quite complicated, but I'm still loving it nonetheless. So thank you so much for watching this episode with me, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.